নমস্কাৰ প্ৰাগ বিশেষ IPL স্পেচিয়েল পাৱাৰ্ড বাই 1xBet আন্তঃখণ্ডলৈ আপোনালোক সকলোকে স্বাগতম জনাইছোঁ। IPLৰ বতৰ গতিকে আজি যিখন মেটচ হৈ আছে হ'বলৈ গৈ আছে সেই মেটচখনৰ বিষয়ে অলপ আলোচনা কৰিব বিচাৰিছোঁ। আজি মেটচখন আছে গুজৰাট টাইটান্স ভাৰ্চেছ চেন্নাই ছুপাৰ কিংছ, যিখন হ'বলৈ গৈ আছে নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী ষ্টেডিয়ামত। আলোচনা কৰিবলৈ দুজন বিশিষ্ট অতিথি আমি আমন্ত্ৰণ কৰি আনিছোঁ। তেখেতসকল ইতিমধ্যে আমাৰ লগত সংযোজিত হৈছে। তেখেতসকল আন কোনো নহয়, ফৰ্মাৰ ইণ্ডিয়ান ক্ৰিকেটাৰ মিষ্টাৰ Sadanand Vishwanath. Welcome to the discussion, sir. Former international cricketer Mr. Noel David, sir. Welcome to the discussion, gentlemen. My first question is that Kenny Williamson has only played 2 games for Gujarat Titans. Is it time for him to be put back into the starting lineup, sir?
The New Zealand captain, Kane Williamson, is a sensational player. He did very well for SRH when he was captaining and playing for SRH. But now the Gujarat Giants, the Gujarat Titans have not been using Kane Williamson well. Okay. It's high time they brought him back into the team. He's a very experienced player, and not only will he be an asset to the team's total score, but a young captain like Shubham Gill can learn so much from Kane Williamson's captaincy inputs. And he can become a much better captain, just listening to the advice of Kane Williamson. So I hope Kane Williamson plays today.
What's your opinion, Noel David, sir, regarding this?
First of all, I would like to ask the GT management, why is he being benched? For what for? When you know he has tremendous experience, when you know he is a great performer, he has been leading the New Zealand team. You know, he has been in the SRH. He has been a great performer for SRH. So first of all, on this thing, he should be playing all the games. Because as Sadi rightly said, it will be a plus point for Shubham Gill. The pressure will be off from Shubham Gill because Kane Williamson's experience as a captain will be bestowed on Shubham Gill. Will be, the advice what he'll give Shubham Gill, the inputs what he'll give. I think all that will pay off for him. And the pressure what Shubham Gill is facing now, that wouldn't have been happening. And I feel that Kane Williamson will be an asset to Gujarat Titans, not only with his batting but with his inputs also. And I feel sorry that he is not playing in the 11 from the start.
Okay. According to you, where does Gujarat have an advantage over Chennai Super Kings, sir? Sadanand, sir.
Advantage or disadvantage or advantage? Because
Whatever.
GST, they have scored the second least number of runs. अगर पूरा tournament देखा, GST's total number of runs is second least. बहुत कम runs score किया है. And the middle overs, you see, they have not been doing well as the opening first power play. They have not been batting well. They have not been doing consistently well at all. And they have got to get their act together. They have to regroup as a unit. And Shubham Gill too has to look at his strategy. There are lots of lessons GT can learn from this tournament. But if you ask me, Chennai Super Kings will have to manage their injuries well. Because even Patasina now is not well. And some of the other boys have recovered. Like Deepak Chahar has recovered from the hamstring injury. And a lot of good news because a lot of injured players came back into the Chennai team. And Chennai are looking quite strong now to try and make it into the playoffs. And remember, one more very important bit of information I would like to give. All the teams that come into the playoffs, they will look to come at number 1 or number 2. So if they finish first and second, they get 2 chances to win the tournament.
I see.
They don't just play the eliminator. If you are 3rd or 4th, you get only 1 chance. That's the elimination round. So, but if you are 1st or 2nd, you have 2 chances to win the IPL trophy. You have 2 chances to come into the final. That's what I mean. So I think many of these teams, including Chennai, will be targeting that 1st and 2nd position.
Okay. David, sir, Ravindra Jadeja was promoted to number 4 earlier this season, but has been pushed back down to the lower order. Has this season been positive or negative for him from a performance standout, sir?
I don't think a player like Ravindra Jadeja will mind it. This is how Dhoni works. This is how CSK works. I think the role must have been given much before the IPL started. I think they must have been very clear with Ravindra Jadeja saying, you can play number 4, you can play number 5, you can go down the order. So, you just be ready with your pads on. Whenever it feels that you are needed, you will be going next. So I think that's the role what has been given. I think he's played a tremendous knock against Punjab recently in Himachal. I think he has won them the match with his all-round ability with getting 40 odd, 48, and then getting 3 wickets. I think he's capable. See, big players like Ravindra Jadeja and all, they don't mind wherever they are being pushed to. A clear role is given. So I think he knows his role. He knows what CSK wants out of him. He knows that that he is capable of delivering it whenever CSK wants him. And I feel that Ravindra Jadeja is a great all-rounder, and I think all this is just this thing for him that he doesn't mind, wherever he goes.
Okay. Let's look at another CSK's player, Ruturaj Gaikwad. He was snubbed for India's T20 World Cup squad. So, what do you make him? What do you make of his performances so far this season? This question is to both of you.
Thank you. I'll try to answer that question. It's a very interesting question.
Okay.
The new Chennai Super Kings captain, Ruturaj Gaikwad, had a rather sedate start to this particular edition of the IPL. In the first 4 games, he just had about 100 or 120 runs, and his strike rate also was not very good. But he put his foot on the accelerator in the last 5 innings, and he has skyrocketed his strike rate to 159.55. 2 massive knocks, 108 not out versus Lucknow Super Giants, LSG, of just 60 balls. And then he scored a brilliant 98. Unlucky to miss a century by 2 runs. He got 98 of 54 balls versus SRH. And he has suddenly come into form. Ruturaj Gaikwad is a tremendous asset and a huge boost to the Chennai team. Whenever Ruturaj Gaikwad scores a 50, that means that the CSK win percentage becomes 73.68%.
Okay.
So he is a tremendous chap to have in your team, Ruturaj Gaikwad. And he's captaining the team too well, in spite of the injuries, in spite of the setbacks that the Chennai team have had. He's calm and cool. He's batting very well. He's not much of a 6-hitter. He's not much of a belter of the ball, setting out of the ground. He calculates. He runs his 1s and 2s well. He sometimes even terraces the ball very well, times it sweetly, and scores most of his runs in boundaries. But nowadays, I think the power game has come to play. Whichever team is getting the most number of runs, if they're getting a big over, the teams that are making big overs happen consistently, they are the wins. They are the teams that are winning the matches.
Okay, Noel sir, what's your opinion on this?
I think Ruturaj has come a long way. Once he's been under the shadow of MS Dhoni, I think he's tremendous. As a captain, his tactics are and his instinct decisions are very good. Like MS Dhoni, he's cool, calm. He takes his decision. He has a smile on his face on the field. And when it comes to batting, he's a performer. He's always performed for CSK when it's timely needed. And I think Ruturaj Gaikwad is one of the guys we will all be looking forward to in the near future for the Indian team, because he's an asset. As Sadanand Vishwanath said, he's an asset. He can be the future captain also for the Indian team, because the way he's leading CSK, is doing a great job. And I find that Ruturaj Gaikwad in the near future, we all will have his name. The fan followers will be huge for him. Every child will be talking about Ruturaj Gaikwad. So we can wish him all the best. All this is just a matter of time where we will see him playing for the country.
Okay, last but not the least, what's your expectation, and do you have any piece of advice to both of them? This question is to both of you, sir.
My expectation, both of us. Okay, Noel will answer after I give my prediction.
Yeah.
I think Chennai Super Kings, not only will be looking to win this cup, this particular match, but Chennai IPL for the 6th time. Don't be surprised if Chennai come into the final and they eventually lift the IPL tournament. They have the caliber, they have the experience, they have that combined team, and Chennai can actually do it for the 6th time.
David sir.
See, if Gujarat Titans needs to beat Chennai Super Kings, I think they have to tick their boxes correctly. They have to have their plan executed. They have to have their batting display, done very well. They have to use the power play. They have to use the middle over and the last 5 overs. If they chase, they need to have a plan to chase. I think all this is needed to beat CSK because CSK is a solid team, and they have recently beaten Punjab with a low score of 170 odd. They are coming. They have lost 2 games at home, but they are coming back, strongly, and they have a chance to qualify. And whereas Chennai Super Kings, there's nothing to say about them because they are strong contenders to get into the IPL final. Because I feel that they have everything to go into the finals, and we can wait and watch if this match will go into the last today.
Thank you, gentlemen, for joining this discussion and sparing a little time from your busy schedule. Hi, প্ৰিয় দৰ্শক, সেয়া আছিল Sadanand Vishwanath আৰু Noel David. তেখেতসকলে আজি যিখন মেটচ হ'বলৈ গৈ আছে গুজৰাট টাইটান্স ভাৰ্চেছ চেন্নাই ছুপাৰ কিংছ নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী ষ্টেডিয়ামত, সেই খেলখনৰ বিষয়ে এক সম্যক আলোচনা আগবঢ়ালে। আমি দুয়োটা টিমলৈ শুভেচ্ছা আগবঢ়াই এই অনুষ্ঠানৰ পৰা মই সমীৰ অঞ্জলে বিদায় মাগিছোঁ। ধন্যবাদ।